Hello shooters, Dr. Tactical here. Welcome to the Thanksgiving Day episode. Now, it's actually not Thanksgiving Day while I'm filming this, and it probably won't be Thanksgiving Day when you're viewing it, but it could be. And if it is, happy Thanksgiving. And if it's not, happy belated Thanksgiving or happy early Thanksgiving. Anyway, let's get into our Thanksgiving Day special gun. Have you ever, when looking for a shotgun, thought, you know what, I'd really like to have an over-under? And then been like, well, you know, what about a side-by-side? That might be nice too. Well, what about, yes, you can have both. So today's feature is the ATI, which stands for American Tactical Incorporated. That's who imports this gun. And it is made by KOFS, or KOFS. I'm not sure, there's very little information on this company. And this is their 3B triple barrel shotgun. Now, what makes this a Thanksgiving Day special, you ask? Well, wait for it. It's made in Turkey. There you have it. So this is a very unique gun, and the question is this gun right for you? Or in my case, is this gun right for me? Well, let's talk about it. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel, and those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Well, we got a really unique gun here to look at, and I gotta say, I saw this thing sitting on the shelf at Duffy's Gun Room, and I was like, hand me that, let me see that. It's a heavy mother, but I gotta tell you, it feels solid. It's very well built, it appears to be at least. I have not shot this yet. I tried to, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So I do have some negatives to talk about with this gun, but we'll get to let's get to the specs first. So this is a 12 gauge. I believe they also make it in a 20 gauge. This handles up to a 3.5-inch Magnum shell. The barrel lengths come in 18.5, which is what this is. They come in 26 and 28, so self-defense and hunting. It takes Stevens chokes, the 5.55 style tubes. So you have 3 different chokes in this thing. Just very nice, very, the gun feels like quality, it really does. From a self-defense standpoint, this gun theoretically should be the ultimate self-defense gun. Think about that. You know, we've all heard the rule of threes, that most self-defense situations occur in less than 3 yards, they take less than 3 seconds to resolve, and it's handled with less than 3 shots. Now, that is often cited as a self-defense study. I looked into it because I've cited it myself because I've heard it, but apparently it's sort of folklore. There's a lot of questions as to the origin of the study, and the most anybody can sort of indicate is that it's based on police shootings because there are no studies that keep track of distances and shots fired in civilian self-defense studies. So it's probably police related, but even with that said, the study itself I've been unable to find the actual study, and I've scoured. And as if that's not enough, ChatGPT also couldn't find it, so it's unfindable. All right, let's talk about this bad boy. So it's a break action. It has a extractor, not a ejector. So 3 rounds. You get 3 up to a 3.5-inch shell, Magnum shells, as I said, and it fires in an order, but I don't know for sure what that order is. I think it's lower right first, lower left second, and then upper third, but I can find that nowhere in writing, and the information booklet that I forget booklet, the information pamphlet that it comes with is freaking useless. It really, absolutely not a lot of information. It's sort of generic, because this company makes, this KOFS, K-O-F-S, makes over-unders, side-by-sides, single shots. They make a bunch of things. And I think they just have like a generic pamphlet that covers all of them. And this is kind of a unique bird, this gun. So it really warrants, I think, its own pamphlet. Or I'd like to see an actual manual rather than just a pamphlet. Anyway, that said, the gun feels great. I really, like I said, like the feel of it. I like the way it lines up. It's got a fiber optic sight on the front of it, which really just glows. There is nothing in the rear, so it's just, you just follow that sight. So as I was saying, from a self-defense standpoint, if you do subscribe to that rule of threes, this is your gun, because think about this. So you got 3 shots, 3 yards. This thing can easily hit within 3 yards, and you can't fire faster than you can. This is like having 3 separate guns. There's no mechanism, no pumping you have to do between shots, no semi-auto action that has to occur between shots. It's just bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. No, just bang, bang, bang. Sorry. Reloading, well, that's going to be a little slow, but and you only have 3 rounds, so you better really seriously subscribe to that rule of 3s if you go with this as your main self-defense. But if you do, this is your gun, except for one thing. My 3rd shot. So the way it works is it's successive pulls, and I've cocked this. You guys saw when by breaking it, it's cocked. So I'm getting 1 shot, 2nd shot, and nothing on the 3rd. But if I pull a couple more times, well, this time nothing. Sometimes the trigger's just totally dead. Let me do the break again. Let's see how this is. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll put it next to the microphone. 1, 2, nothing, nothing, nothing. A lot of nothing now. Sometimes like 4 or 5 times after, it'll give the 3rd one will go. So I called ATI, American Tactical Incorporated. That is the company that imports this. And I spoke to a nice lady named Samantha, who was super sweet. I told her that I think that it's not, I haven't fired it yet. I just gotten it. And she said, send it back. I'll probably get it back in like 8 to 12 weeks or something. I said, no. I need this for the Thanksgiving Day episode. I said, can I fire it? She said, I wouldn't. And I said, well, what about my brother-in-law? Can I let him fire it? Just in case something really goes wrong. She thought that would be okay. Sorry, Jay. Anyway, we opted not to fire it. I am going to send it back to the company. So I have, unfortunately, limited information I can give you. And unfortunately, I'm putting this video out before I send it back. So far, I've never done that. This is the first time I've ever done that. And the reason I don't like to do that is I want to see how the company treats me. And when this video goes out, there's a chance they may look at it and be like, you know what? We better hurry this along and give him special treatment. Or they could take the approach that some restaurants take when you send food back and spit in it or something. So don't do that, guys. If you are watching this and the gun's all the way back in Turkey, I'm going to do another video when it comes back anyway on how it shoots. When it comes back, I will take it out to shoot. If you guys are interested, I'll watch the comment section and see if you guys are interested, see if there's any specific shells you'd like to see fired through it that you're curious about. Like I said, it takes all kinds of chokes. It should be a good shooter. I'm very excited about it. A little disappointed that I went through all that and it does everything but shoot, but admit it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And the fact of the matter is, even if you're not a shotgun person, it's kind of, you know what? I hope it doesn't fall into this category, but that Taurus Rossi circuit judge I have that's a piece of crap, it looks so good on the wall. And I think this one would too. So even if this doesn't make it as a gun, it makes it as art. But I have a feeling that this is going to be a good gun. I noticed that the only other one I've seen is the one from Chiappa. I don't know if that's the same one that Chris Taylor, I guess, imports. Those are the 2 things that I saw when I was, tried to research triple barrel shotguns. And there's one other 3 that goes with this triple barrel shotgun, and that is the price. The price is in 3 digits, which you can't say for the one made by Chiappa. And by the way, my quality control experience with Chiappa is not great either, so I can't. Now that was with the Rhino, the revolver, but nonetheless. Companies have issues. Things happen. I don't get mad at them for that. Unless I get multiple things and find they're all having the same problem. But what I do pay attention to is how they handle it when there is a problem. So I am going to be very curious, and probably they're not going to see this, and I will be able to give an honest review on how they handle it. And if they do see it, well, hopefully they'll step it up and maybe gold-plate it or something for me. I don't know. Anyway, it's a gorgeous gun. Don't know if it's a good shooter, but it is a good looker. And again, if you guys want to see it shot, you're interested, this gun turns you on, put something in the comments section and say, hey, I'd like to see you shoot it when it comes back in. And if you have specific rounds you'd like to see go through it, put them down there. And thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical, out.